It's time for our second feature premiere of MLB The Show 24. They've been saying that this one is about storylines again, except this one's focused on Derek Jeter. Apparently, he has his own storyline. We're going to find out more about that, I guess. The description, pinned comment on this video should have timestamps for everything that we talk about, everything that we learn from this second of our 4 feature premieres. The first one was about storylines. The second one is about storylines. I'm hoping the third and the fourth are not about storylines as well.
We'll be revealing some new legends.
We get new legends today. That's sick. The first thing they touched on was how is Derek Jeter's storyline different from the other storylines that we have, and they mentioned different visuals and that it's going to take you through his entire career. They showed some footage from MLB 24. Let's take a look at that.
All starts with his first career hit in his second game.
I like the design of this. It looks
against
cool.
The Mariners in the Kingdom.
Now, you're speaking my language here. I mean, we're talking about the Kingdom as a member of the Mariners fan club here at San Diego Studios with Drew, Bandy, and Jenny.
Wait, new
We're all
ballpark.
really excited to hear that the Kingdom
that's cool
is coming
too.
back to MLB The Show. Before we move a little bit further with Jeter, are fans going to be able to play with the Kingdom?
Nice swing. Wow. So as we've noticed, there's at least one new classic ballpark coming to MLB 24. The Kingdom is being introduced in MLB 24, and they talk a little bit about it. Let's hear what they have to say.
Yeah, we're bringing it back to life. And you can unlock the Kingdom very early on in Derek Jeter's storyline. And you can use that stadium in other modes for MLB The Show 24.
So you unlock it through storylines.
And maybe some of the people that are playing don't know.
I'm hoping this
but there's
leads
really
us to some road to the show
high-stakes,
information.
memorable
Maybe we're able to
things,
move around in the
that are
clubhouse or something.
equal
They also revealed that I think for the first time ever, we now are going to have fielding moments in MLB The Show. The new legends, Andy Pettitte, we just got him revealed, I guess. So they've got a list with some returning legends, and then at the bottom we can see 3 new legends coming to MLB 24 that will be part of Derek Jeter's storyline. Andy Pettitte, Paul O'Neill, and Bernie Williams, 3 new legends for MLB 24. It sounds like you won't be able to play through Jeter's entire career. It's going to have kind of a scheduled release through the first month or so. Let's take a listen exactly how they're going to release Derek Jeter's full storyline.
Yeah, we're taking a similar approach like we are with Negro League Season 2, like we announced in the previous chat. We're going to let you take your time, enjoy the content. As Bob Kendrick said, we're going to let it marinate. So at launch, you'll be able to play in Jeter's storyline from his first season in the Major League, so 1995, all the way through 2000.
Okay.
And it's only 5 years, just looking at it, but it covers a ton of memorable moments. And then if you're just like super antsy to play the second half of the storyline, so 2001 to 2014, you don't have to wait very long at all. I'm talking just like only a few weeks after launch.
Okay, a few weeks after launch to get the rest of his career. We got to look at some of the special presentation that went into Derek Jeter's storyline mode. We can see that they built a set, and I'm sure you've probably already seen and will continue to see that they have special menu graphics. We can see stuff right here. This is the exact type of footage and designs that you'll be seeing when you play through the storylines mode. It really seems like they're playing into that New York and the subway system, really trying to, I guess, get you immersed into the mode. And the design and all of that, the presentation seems like it should be pretty solid. We got our first look at the MLB 24 main menu. At least that's what it's looking like, and I'm liking what I see. It looks a lot different from what we've had in the past, and I like seeing big changes. I know this is only the menus, the UI, it's nothing to do with gameplay, but I do like seeing a really entirely different look to those menus. And we've talked about it a little bit already, but they have just a lot of new UI designs. Specifically, we're focused on storylines today. We got to look at some of the main menus, but we have the subway style for the Derek Jeter storyline. We can see subway walls kind of with graffiti designs on it. We can see at times kind of going down into the subway like we just saw right there. The subway train maybe between loading screens, the map of a subway system, it appears, going through New York City. We got to look at the main menus a little bit earlier, seeing the different modes on there. We can see kind of what happens up when you load into storylines. We saw Negro Leagues and then the Derek Jeter one, the little Metro card they had. I will say the presentation so far looks really good, but for me, it comes down to the game, the modes, the gameplay, all of that stuff.
With like a line.
Wait.
Subway, like
Are they adding dogs to MLB The Show? Even though we're not getting the rest of his career right at launch, they did show off at least some of the menus from storylines as you're progressing through the different years in his career. So we did get our first look at some of the content that's coming a few weeks after launch that's not going to be in the game right at the beginning. We see 2009 right here. They move it to 2011. And then obviously we keep going. We see at the bottom now here, 2014, as you continue to go through Derek Jeter's storyline. And here's a look after you finish a moment, at least in Derek Jeter's storyline. They have kind of custom unlock screens for the stubs and the XP that's like a metro sign. They mentioned that at least on the menus, it didn't sound like this was actually going to be in-game, but when you're going through that subway map, the menus, you're going to hear New York type of sounds, jackhammers, subway conductors, ambulances in the background. You're going to hear audio through the menus to help you get immersed into that New York feeling for Derek Jeter's storyline mode. Maybe that's our first look at an Andy Pettitte Diamond Dynasty card. They showed a little bit more of the presentation, and we have stairs for the subway to get you immersed into the mode for Derek Jeter's storyline as you're going through the different years of his career. You can see downstairs to trains, and there's this little animation of you going down or maybe up the stairs through the subway. See upstairs right here too. Here's a look at the entire map, this big map for Derek Jeter's storyline. You can also see the Yankee cap with the number 2. That's kind of how you can tell where you are on the map, and that's going to move as you're going between the episodes, going between the moments for Derek Jeter's storyline. They designed that specifically for his storyline in MLB 24. They designed this entire map, all of these graphics, specifically for Derek Jeter's storyline, all new for MLB 24. I really hope that this is also something in Road to the Show. I feel like it needs something like this. I hope this is not just for Derek Jeter's storyline. So I think our next bit of MLB 24 news looks like it's maybe coming on March 7th. We have the ratings reveal in the morning, and then the next feature premiere, same time as they have been. And they're talking about gameplay and more. So we're getting some gameplay on March 7th, as well as whatever more means. Feature premiere over. Are we going to get a new legend?
Oh, wait, one more thing.
Show me A-Rod. Oh, they got Derek Jeter's glove. That's cool. Is that that's not A-Rod. That's not Alex Rodriguez, but I mean, this is our first ever look at a fielding moment in MLB The Show. We've never had fielding moments before, and he's not wearing a tan glove. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's it? Disappointing end. That's just so funny to me. I don't know what word to use. Disappointed, scared, worried, let down. I really don't know how to describe it, but we have 4 feature premieres. The first one was storylines, specifically the Negro Leagues, new legends from that. We got to look at a new ballpark. And then the second feature premiere, also storylines. This one focused on Derek Jeter, another new ballpark, 3 legend reveals. We have 2 feature premieres left. Is that really enough time to talk about huge changes to Road to the Show, to franchise, to Diamond Dynasty, to show off new gameplay? I feel like we haven't seen as many new legends as in the past. I'm just really starting to think that MLB The Show 24 is not going to be a huge step up, a huge change from MLB 23, and especially coming off sets and seasons, I wasn't a big fan of that. I know a lot of people weren't. I'm really starting to get a little bit scared about MLB 24. How do you feel?